Never has there been an animation studio people have wanted to shut down and never come back than Walt Disney Animation. Back in the 2010s, people adored pretty much everything they released and were making hit after hit. But nowadays, they are seen as the embarrassment and the laughingstock of the animation industry and have sparked a mindless mob mentality. To the point that people are willing to compare anything animated and say it's beating Disney, despite the fact that there's no similarities between the two. Insert how bad their most recent films are in anything tangentially related, no matter how forced, and harass and vilify not only anyone who works at the studio, but also anyone whose opinion of their work or a critique with a bad review isn't entirely negative. Meanwhile, they give anyone who does something similar, if not worse, nothing more than a side eye. I am not being a whiny fanboy who dislikes when people hate on Wish when I say Disney not producing a worthy 100-year special is less of a crime. Than what Sony is planning to do with their future film. Oh, but we can't do that. That will make Disney look good. So let's dog on Wish for the 1 millionth time. It's people like this who give the animation community a bad name. There's disliking a studio, and then there's this. People say they want hand drawn animation and romance back, but after all of this, no, just no. The animation community does not deserve them back. Right then, now let's get to what we're actually here for. Inside Out 2 is a 0 out of 10 because one of the new emotions is nostalgia. And they don't make her look like the nostalgia critic. No, but for real though, don't get me wrong, I was excited for this film, but I wasn't expecting it to be this praised. It's no secret that Disney has a bad track record when it comes to making sequels. Obviously, you have the direct-to-DVD sequels by Disney Toon, but you also have Ralph Breaks the Internet, easily the worst film to come out of the main animation studio.
Oh, heck no. Not on my watch. Appreciate the tip.
Frozen 2 is okay, and honestly, this is the first time I'm thinking about it ever since that documentary came out. Pixar does have a better track record when it comes to sequels, though none of them outside of Toy Story were really necessary. That's not to say that all of them were bad, they just weren't very necessary. So there's no way it can be that good, right? It actually is that amazing. It's nowhere near as great as the original, but it's easily in the better end of this decade in terms of Disney and Pixar films. Let's get the negatives out of the way. I don't like the designs of the new characters. They look like how an AI would design the characters from the first movie. This new voice is super off putting. It's not like she gives a bad performance, but it's obvious that they got a new voice actress. Maybe they were upset with Mindy Kaling's 420 joke and kicked her off set. Who can blame them though? Also, why were they blaming Riley for the phones being taken away? Every camp I went to immediately took them away. But aside from that, you have easily the best Pixar follow up outside of Toy Story, with enough imagination and creativity to rival that of the original. And I know you're doubting me given Disney's track record, but trust me, there is. They take everyday things that teenagers go through and turn them into amazing obstacles for our protagonists, like sarcasm being a literal chasm, crushes in childhood shows being in a vault of suppressed memories, and the ingenious way of turning the core memories into core beliefs that build a person's structure. This is also the funniest Pixar movie in a long time, especially with the Bloofy scene. That is the hardest I laughed in the cinemas ever. The use of preschool cliches, the fact that everyone points out the audience isn't there in a different way, Anger's whole reaction, comedy gold. I like how they use various animation styles in the movie, ranging from scrapbook, low polygon, hand drawn. Okay, that's it, but that's still more than I was expecting, along with Pixar's high quality standard CGI. I also like how there are scenes that are similar to the original, but not copying the original. Like, yeah, even though Joy is learning that you shouldn't repress bad memories, which is similar to the first film, it's not exactly the same thing, and it doesn't feel like it. Because suppressing bad memories and suppressing emotions are two different things that should both be learned. The new emotions like envy and anxiety are really nice inclusions as villains that you understand where they're coming from, but also know that it's not exactly the best thing to do. But please don't make this the next twist villain. leading to easily the best climax of a Disney/Pixar movie since Encanto, the panic attack scene, which is even better than the one in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Yes, I said that, as this one is perfectly portrayed with all the thoughts swarming in at once, to the point where she can't handle it. And the movie doesn't hold back on how tough it can be either. It truly deserves its hype, and it's getting a 9 out of 10. Just please take back what you said in the interview, Pete Doctor. Please.